Hi there, welcome to Floating in Dreams. Today's video is going to be a Shop My Stash for April 2023. Welcome to everybody watching today. Thank you so very much for joining me. Today's video is going to be a Shop My Stash for April 2023, in which I'm going to give mini reviews first of what was in here, and then we're going to go into the makeup drawers to select new products for April 2023, what I want to use, review, etc. And it may be good to know that I have fair skin with a cool to neutral undertone, which greatly skews my makeup references. And on this channel, I mainly chat about eyeshadow palettes, essence and Catrice, and getting the use out of my makeup. And because I have been buying, trying, and reviewing makeup for more than a decade, I have some very strong opinions as well, so you're here for the ride. If you want to join the Snow Angel Club, all you need to do is click subscribe down below. So yes, Shop My Stash for April. We're first going to go into these mini reviews of what was in here. And I already have an idea of what I want to do, especially with my reviews over on the blog for April, which is lip products. Because I have so many backlogged lipstick reviews that I still need to do over there that I want to focus on that. Which means I'm not going to be selecting too many new things to go in here, and just focus on some tried and true makeup because I just think it's time. So in here, foundation wise, I know I had other things in here, but I did declutter my makeup collection since filming my previous Shop My Stash, and I just got confused what was actually in here. So I put the one thing in here that was like, I believe that was still in here. So this is the Bourjois Healthy Mix Tinted Beautifier. And this was really successful for me. So this is definitely one that I'm going to be keeping around. It's definitely more of a skin tint than a foundation for me. It's in the lightest shade Fair, which is a touch too yellow, but I can definitely still get away with it. And I do really like the way this wears. Same thing with the RMS Beauty concealer. This looks atrocious by now because it's in a little pot, but this is a really good concealer. I thought it may be too dark. This is shade 00, which I thought was the lightest shade, but I have since found out that it's not. There is a lighter, more pinky shade available for sure. But this worked really well. And for how creamy this texture is, and it not creasing on my dry under eyes, I'm like, that's a feat. So this one, I did really enjoy, but it's time to perhaps go back to something else for a minute. The thing that's going to stay is my Kiko powder. So this is the Radiant Fusion. Radiant Fusion baked powder. I'm still trying to make my way through it. I had to scrape it down once again because it got a lot of hard pan, but that's just what I then do. I take my little tool here and scrape it off, and then I can use it again. So that's been lovely. So that goes back in. I will be selecting a different bronzer to go in here. This is the Dior one, which I love. It's one of my favorites. The embossing has worn off for a reason, but I just need to go back to something else. And then I think, bronzer-wise, I was testing out the new Essence Baby Gut Bronze Cream Bronzer. This worked really well for me, and I think it's definitely a dupe for the Milk Makeup bronzer stick in Baked. It's a slightly different shade. I like this shade better on me. People have been commenting saying on me it doesn't wear as long as the Milk, but for me it definitely does, but I have dry skin, so that may be why. The blush then from the same line is really pretty as well. It's just the shade I didn't love all the time. It's a very nice cool tone pink though, but I tend to wear this more so in the winter time than I do in the spring-summer season. So I was actually going in hard for this one. This is the M Cosmetics, what's this called again? Heaven's Glow blush in the shade Magic Hour. It's this really nice, shimmering, glowy, lit from within blush shade. I have been loving this one. But I'm again going to be selecting something else. More blush was this guy. This is the Benefit Gold Rush. And this is the one I also didn't really reach for a lot because I felt that I would always get the vibe I wanted to go for with the M Cosmetics. So I definitely got the most use out of that. And then I just had 3 highlighters in here. The new Essence Gimme Glow. This is a lovely highlighter. This definitely, for how expensive this is, This is incredibly good, not just because it is so affordable, but this measures up to some of my favorite high-end ones for sure. Essence did a great job with these, and I did declutter the gold one, but the pink one is gonna stay. And then I have my Charlotte Tilbury Spotlight in here. I still wanted to try this one as well after trying the contour wand last month. But yeah, this was okay. I wore it a couple of times, but I just find the packaging a bit of a faff to use, to be quite fair. The one I used the most was the Kiko one. This is the Glow Fusion highlighter in shade 1. You can never tell, but this has such a big dent. Do you see? I'm still hoping I'll reach like hit pan on this at some point, but so far I've had it for years and it hasn't happened yet, but we've got a good dent. And then I switched around my primer for the Catrice Fresh It Up. I opened this, I think, about 9 months ago, so I felt I had to make sure I use it up before it expires. So that's going to stay in here together with the powder. Mascara is still going strong. I bought a new Catrice Glam and Dull, and I have started using this mini Gucci one. This is the just black mascara by Gucci. It's a tester that I got as a gift with purchase. Still going strong. It does smudge a little bit, so I don't love this one. I'm not going to buy a full size of it for sure. And then I have my brow products, which are still going strong from the Face Shop and Catrice. Then during the month, I also used up my setting spray finally, so I am now using this, which is the I Heart Revolution Fixing Spray in Green Tea. This was discontinued, but it's one of my all-time favorites. Lip balm still going strong. Eyeshadow primer still going strong. My MAC paint pot is still going strong. So that was with what was in the drawer. But there's more I need to show you because let me move some things out of the way. I decluttered my makeup collection, and now I have an overview again of everything that I have in there. So this is what happened lip product wise. I think I wore a different lipstick or lip product nearly every single day of the month as I was wearing makeup, which wasn't happening a lot in recent months because I just I just had lost track of what I had. So the Dior Lip Glow Lip Oil, I pop this in my work bag a lot of the time so I can like have something on me to top up my lips if they get a little dry. This Catrice Better Than Fake Lips Volume Gloss. This is on its last legs. Like I have to really scrape the sides. Like you can now see like where that doe foot is. Do you see that? There's very little product in this left, so I think I'm going to be using up a lip gloss in like the next month or so. And I definitely need to buy like 2 packs of this because this is my favorite lip gloss and they've already discontinued it. Then the Charlotte Tilbury, this is the Pillow Talk from the Lip Collagen Lip Baths. These are cold. This is really hydrating, really lovely as well. I also, for lip gloss, used the Victoria Beckham Posh Gloss in the shade Fizz. This is a really nice mauve shade as well. And I used the Victoria Beckham Bitten Lip Tint in the shade Bisou as well. These are lovely. I really like them. And I had a couple of other Victoria Beckham lip products in that I still had to try. So this is definitely these lipsticks I want to review like ASAP. By the time you're seeing this video, I may have already reviewed these. These were really lovely. These are the Posh lipsticks. And I have a nude, but this is, I think this is the red. Yeah, this is Pop, which is a red. Then I have Jump, which is a nude. This is a perfect mauve shade. And then I have Alter Ego, which is like a nice fuchsia pink. So these were lovely. I really enjoyed the texture of all of these Victoria Beckham products. So this is what inspired me to want to dedicate all of April to lip product reviews because I still have a couple of my Gucci lipsticks that I haven't really reviewed yet over on the blog. These ones as well. So I just need to get cracking and just review some lip products. So I thought every review I do over on the blog in April, it's going to be lip products. I think that will be fun. And the Glossier, this is the Ultra Lip in the shade Fête. This is really lovely. It's this like tinted lip balm, but more pigmented, and I loved it. I went back to my Power Plumping Gel Lipstick in the shade Speak Up. Sadly discontinued, but this is my version of Pillow Talk, and I used one of these up in the past. Then I also wore the Kiko Ultimate Unlimited Stilo in shade 22. This I love as well. Really great mauve shade. So that I want to surely reach for again. The Kiko, another Kiko one. This is their Velvet Passion in shade 312. And this is a dupe for Lisa Eldridge's Velvet Ribbon. Then I wore Max Impassioned because we're going into spring and I was wearing a couple of outfits that this went perfectly with this month. So wore that. I also wore the Gucci lipstick in Jodie Wild Mauve. This is looks very intense, but it's very sheer. Another formula I think that can be used up quite quickly. And then of course Lisa Eldridge, Velvet Morning, New Wave, Skyscraper Rose, Velvet Ribbon, which I'm also wearing today, so this can straight go back into this cubby straight away if I'd want to. And then I also wore Velvet Muse again, so some of my OG favorites, plus a couple of fun pops of color. So those were all of the lip products I wore this month. Let me go into the makeup drawer and select some new products. Welcome to the makeup drawer, and as you can see, this has nicely been reorganized. I'm going to be showing you my makeup collection reorganization later in the week, so you've got that to look forward to as well. And I need to get started on trying some BB creams because that's a review I want to do later in the year. And I realized that, where did it go? My Purito BB cream, which I've used a few times, but I haven't actually stuck it in a blog post review, so I need to review that ASAP. And I need to also review some of these other things. I have already worn this as well, but I haven't given it a full review yet. This is the Eliza Vecca Milky Piggy BB cream. It only comes in one shade, but it did work for me, and I was very surprised by that. So this is a really lovely texture. So those are going to be the two BB creams of choice that I will be reviewing. And I think I want to, for another month, just pop in the Estee Lauder because I want to try and use this one up at some point. So that I still can keep in here because it's April. We'll have some colder days, and then I can try that. Concealer-wise, I was thinking, you know what? I tried this again for Makeup Revolution in March because I did a full face of Makeup Revolution. It's like, I want to try and use this up again because this I remember being one I can use up really easily. It's to Conceal and Define, and we're out of focus. This is the Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define in the shade C3. I'm good for powder. Bronzer, I need a new one. It's like a good one for spring. Fenty Beauty? Or is that too dark? Fenty Beauty, perhaps. That may be a good one. That's more of a summer shade. No, I know. Let's go very OG. And another one that I just need to use up at some point. The Becca one in Bali Sands. That's going to be my spring bronzer this month. The only bronzer I will be using. And I think I'm going to keep it pretty minimal in like the cheek department. So I'm also going to go in with this because I think it's really pretty for the spring season. The Catrice Glow Lover Oil Infused Highlighter in Peony. Glowing Peony. It's so stunning. And I haven't used it enough. But I did already review that, so that's fine. And then I was filming some shorts and I was like, oh, I haven't worn my Kiko blush in such a long time. This is the Shade Fusion Trio Blush in shade 05, one of my favorite mauve tones. So that I want to pop in as well. And then I think I also want to pop in a liquid blush, and I'm going to go in with the, is this the right one? Yeah, this is the Pillow Talk one. So I'm going to go in with my Charlotte Tilbury Peach Gasm Beauty Light Wand for a peachy moment. And then I think we're good to go. There isn't anything else I really want to like try in terms of cheeks. And then I think we're good to go for putting everything into the makeup drawer. Maybe because I know the Purito one I've used before and I already know I love it. So I can review this straight away. So maybe I should put in another BB cream. Let me see which one I would like to try. Next. You know what? I think I'm going to try this straight away. Or should I go in with something else? No, I'll go in with this. This is the Numbuzin. I hope I pronounced that correctly. Porcelain Base Skip Tone Up Beige. So this is something that I've seen a lot of K-beauty brands do. They're not BB creams actually, but these are products that are not exactly skincare and they're not makeup, yet they're both at the same time. So I want to try this and see how it goes. So this is one I'm very nervous for, but we'll see how I feel about it. Let me put the drawer back together and then I'll let you know what we will be reviewing in terms of eyeshadow palettes and what eyeshadow palettes I will go back to as well in April. So I've put the drawer back together. We've got a lot of base products in here to try, and like I mentioned, I didn't want to use anything I hadn't reviewed yet in terms of cheeks and keeping it pretty minimal, so I can really focus my blog on reviewing some lip products because I just need to get cracking, you could say. In terms of eyeshadow, there are some new things I need to try as well. This is something I already announced, but I'm going to be trying all of the new Viseart palettes that I bought. So I got a couple of these Petit Four palettes. Here's the Lavande, the Petit Four Violetta, and then I also have Lila Deux. And these I bought around the Christmas time and I just haven't used these yet. This is the San Francisco Étoile, I think it's what it's called. Yeah, San Francisco Étoile. I also have the London Étoile. And then I have the Cool Mattes. So that's 6-ish Viseart palettes. Like these are small things. But these I'm going to be putting in my like eyeshadow palette review this month. So these are the new palettes I'm going to be trying. And that gives me some room to be testing out some older palettes as well. So some things I noticed when I was decluttering my makeup collection that I haven't used in a while, but that I think are going to be perfect for spring are these 5 things. So the Lime Crime Venus 3 is one that I nearly decluttered last year, but this thing keeps pulling on my heartstrings, and it's such a good spring color story, I feel. So I want to go back to this and see how I fare. Same thing with the Lime Crime Prelude Chroma. That, like, these two together, maybe I could do a look with that as well. Like, do a look with each one, and then maybe pull some of these neutrals into this palette. I don't know yet. Ooh, I'm sticking things in here, which is not good. Hold on. But yeah, these two, I felt like I just need to use these again and see how I feel. Because I went back to my Venus Immortalis last month and still love that one. So do I love these as much? And I always say how I would like to combine some of these Huda Beauty mini palettes. And these are also some I haven't used in forever. So I can do a look with the Sand Haze again, which is like a really nice medium toned neutrally palette. Let me put it in here like this. And then the Nude Rich Obsessions is really pretty as well. But I really feel they go together really nicely. And then we can put the Nude Light into the mix as well. So here again, I think I want to do a look each, but also do at least 1 or 2 looks where I combine some of these shades, just to see, because that's my theory, that these little Huda Beauty palettes are just going to be great pair together. And I just need to do that. So that's going to be some more looks that I normally do with my older eyeshadow palettes, but if I have a lot of small bits from Viseart, then it's going to leave room in the month to be trying these things out. So I don't want to overdo it this month. I don't want there to be overkill. And then in May, I know I have lots of other palettes to try out as well. So that's something that I'm going to do then. But yeah, I think this is nicely curated. So that's my Shop My Stash for April. I really hope you look forward to seeing all of those reviews going live. There are going to be at least 2 spin-off videos from this video later in the month with those eyeshadow palettes for sure. I will be updating you next month what lipsticks I've used again, because the lipstick I tend to select as I'm like finishing the look off. Like I cannot possibly decide now, like 3 weeks in advance, what lipstick I might wear, because lipstick for me ties the entire look together. And if I wear something that's very neutral, I want to wear a red lipstick, for instance, or if I'm wearing a lot of colorful shades, I'd prefer a nude, but what nude do I want to go for? I never know. So that's why lipsticks I always update you on, sort of like as the video series continues. But yeah, I hope this gives you an idea of what I will be playing with this month. Thank you so very much for joining me today, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye bye!